Bournemouth, 13 points out of 15 at their last available.
Iraola, it took a while, didn't it? I'm a bit gutted. But Iraola is really...
Me too, yeah. I wanted to get relegated.
Yeah.
Why?
I like Gary
O'Neill.
I like Gary O'Neill.
Yeah, the loyalty there. But Wolves are doing well with him anyway, so...
So everyone's a winner, baby.
Except Man United, who obviously lost to Bournemouth in that game.
Mate, it's huge from Iraola, that.
It's the biggest result in his managerial career in Bournemouth. But I feel like Man United are giving these out to every club. I mean, you say about Brighton when they won there last year.
Everyone but Chelsea.
Yeah. Which shows you Chelsea, doesn't it? Yeah, you look like treble winners that night. It's ridiculous.
You looked amazing. I saw his clips of Amrabat knocking the ball around.
Mate, you had 25 shots on goal.
There's a reason for that, as we've seen.
No, but 25 shots on goal.
That's still good. You were good against Chelsea.
No, but I mean...
Yeah, they were.
What I mean by that is they were more bad than we were more good, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, although I felt like... Do you know why I give Manchester United a lot of credit that night? Because I felt like it was so set up for a Chelsea win. You know when you miss a penalty?
Yeah, but then you see how bad Chelsea are.
Yeah.
And you go, actually, it's set up for us to win and kind of just cool things down a little bit until the next team rocks up to Old Trafford that's well organised,
and mate,
up for the fight, up for the battle.
Bournemouth have done you, and that was your winnable fixture, man. Like Chelsea and Bournemouth were your winnable fixtures going into this festive period because it gets very difficult.
We've got a difficult run, yeah. You look at, even if you include the Champions League game, you got Bayern, Liverpool away, West Ham away,
Villa
at home.
There's no wins here.
I mean, home or away doesn't matter at the moment. But you're looking at that and you're going, probably not going to get a win till Forest.
Bayern, Liverpool, West Ham, Villa, Forest. I think you're looking at best.
I'll tell you what I think's going to happen.
Go on.
We somehow jam a result against Bayern, but don't go through in the Champions League.
What, a win, you think?
Like just a result that looks positive on paper.
Yeah,
like a 1-0, 2-1, whatever. They're through. They don't even care. Right? They may play a full team now because they got spanked at the weekend.
Yeah, I might have a point to prove. It might have done you a bit. It might have done you up. So they would, because they've been beat 5-1 in the week. They might now want to react.
I think they would anyway. They're
also the manager needs a
perennial winning side. They got Thomas Tuchel.
They've got a point to prove now, though.
Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to another clip from the club. We are sponsored by Super 6, and have you heard? Their jackpot has rolled over and it is now worth an incredible £750,000. Yes, that's right. It's free to play. You have to be over 18. Predict 6 score lines and you could win £750,000. It's so easy to play. Click the link down below. Get involved. Join our league. The code is Club23 and you could be the next winner. Get stuck in. Enjoy the clip. We get a positive, amazing-ish result in comparison to what's happened. Then we go to Liverpool and they absolutely trounce us, yeah. But they trounce us so bad that it's like a position where, it's just like, oh my God, it happened again. And then we go to West Ham thinking, right.
If that happens, do you think Ten Hag's gone? If Liverpool beat you 8-0.
I think we'll go into the West Ham game and people will be saying if he loses this, he's sacked. Me personally, I don't want him to be... I want him to see the season out. Like you've seen with other clubs, like just try and steady the storm, get through there. We were talking about it on the watch along and the clip that's going to be on YouTube. Like it's difficult, to steady the storm and redirect that ship when everything's going bad. And it feels like at the moment, on the pitch, off the pitch, just everything seems to go from bad to worse. And even people like myself that are behind the manager, that want to see him succeed, that want to see him do well, that believes he deserves to be given time, I'm sitting there thinking at some of his decisions sometimes. What are you doing, bro? There's an over-reliance on players
What's so different from last year?
Weren't... Look, we're missing Lisandro Martinez and Casemiro. I think they are huge misses. But those excuses only wash for me in the games against Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. You know where you're missing we're missing Lisandro Martinez, our main defender. We're missing Casemiro. All right, it's going to be difficult to win those big games. But your Bournemouth's at home, your Palace is at home. Yeah, a Palace team that we'd just beaten in that week, going into the game, we beat them in the Cup 3-0. And then they come to Old Trafford in the league and battered us. And it's just like, those games, hold on, you've got Varane, got Johnny Evans, I know he's a backup emerge, Harry Maguire, Lindelof as centre-backs, right? That's enough to beat Bournemouth.
Of course it is, yeah. Of course.
You think when everybody's fit, like say Mount
there's
Amrabat...
no semblance of playing style. There's no semblance of Last season, there was a lot of it, and this season, there's none of it. And he kind of came into the campaign, we're going to bring Kobe Mainoo in, we're going to do that. Then we've had injuries, bad results, and I think his head's just gone, and now he's doing things, and you're going, wait, you brought Onana in to play out from the back, he's going long. We're having all this praise for Harry Maguire, but he can't play out from the back. You're admitting you can't play the style of football you want with these players, but you signed a lot of these players, which again comes down to the recruitment of the club. But because of the recruitment of the club, he selected a lot of these players, so you know them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then that makes me go, hold on, you can't play the style of football you want because you haven't got the players you want, but you signed a lot of these players.
Yeah.
And
it's a mess.
I just think the club, it does it to players, it does it to managers, it just spits them up and chews them out because the institution is rotten at the moment, and we need to get that right. Obviously, the manager has to take a lot of responsibility, but you've seen like when the ownership can direct things, and when the ownership and everything at the club is in the right direction, in the same direction, and everyone's pulling together, football clubs function a lot better. And I think he's left a fully functioning Ajax where he was just a football coach. All I do is worry about football. And then he's been put into this behemoth of a club. And now not only does he have to worry about football, I'm signing the players. I've got to babysit all these twats around here. We've got this going on, that going on. The pressure's a lot bigger as well. Pressure creates diamonds, but it also makes people do stupid things. And I think we're seeing a lot of daft decisions.
I wonder if he's helped.
I think it could be. I'm worried about that.
I wonder if he's helped by the fact that the Premier League is very close. Even that you lost to Bournemouth, you're still only a few points off. Fourth,
we're above
fifth.
Newcastle, which is
exactly
good.
The top 10 is very compressed in terms of the points.
I'm not
saying they're going to achieve anything well. But they only sack their managers when they can't get top 4.
But do you not think that it
is right?
Because Adam sat there saying he wants them to stay, which is a valid point as a United fan.
You say they only sack their managers when they can't get top 4. That's the case up until now. Like.
No, but
it's a trend.
Still possible.
It's a trend.
They could lose to Liverpool.
No.
They could draw with West Ham, lose to Villa, lose. Let's say draw with Forest, 2 points. They could only be 5-6 points off the top 5 by the start of January, and then they could do what they did last season, which I think covered over a lot of cracks. Grind out results. Rashford has a good uptake in form. He'll be looking at the Euros. Garnacho has been playing well. Casemiro comes back. Martinez. Suddenly they come fourth. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
No, maybe not fourth, fifth or sixth.
He needs to be given the time to turn it around. But you also got that issue where, if you're saying, I think he's done, and I have that fear. I have that fear as well. The Glazers aren't emotionally invested, it don't seem.
No.
Like they're kind of going, let's let this geezer come in, he'll sort it out.
Unless,
do you know what I mean? So there's no intention from above to fix this situation.
The only motivation from them will be, can someone else get this team into the Champions League spots?
Who's available?
Different question.
No, I know, but it's a valid question.
If they decide that someone else can, then I think they genuinely explore it. And there are big managers available. I mean, Antonio Conte is available, isn't he?
We've done this a lot. We've under Mourinho, under Oli, we'd have a good season. We'd fail, we'd have a really a iffy summer. We'd have a poor campaign and sack him. Try and get through. See what's beyond that, man. Just try and get through this. Because how do you change the culture of a club without going through these teething problems?